Peace and blessings. This is Nubia, I, the raw food goddess, the womb priestess, and a holistic practitioner. Good morning, my women who run with the womb. This is our Wednesday weekly upload. So as many of you know, I've been on a talk fast this week. I am actually still on a talk fast. The only time I'm talking is to do the videos. And yeah, that's it, in a conference call, which I did earlier this week. So we are at this is our last video for the money series, and I think it went way too fast. So yeah, I mean, it's been amazing, fabulous, but y'all, this talk fast has got me so in touch with my womb, and I believe that when you get in touch with your womb, you get in touch with what is real. And what my womb has revealed to me about the talk fast, or well, during the talk fast, about money, is that once we set up our jars, once we make payment arrangements to pay our debts or our bills, some of them, right? Once we start paying ourselves first, which is the jars help us to do that. Once we got all that already operating and going, we must forget about it. And what I say by that is that we must forget about it, take it out of our cipher, take it out of our focus, because the money will operate well if we are operating well. So the operating system that we want to focus on is not so much the mind, but the mind of the womb, because the womb is really in charge. The womb is what we call the small voice within, the higher spirit, the inner spirit, spirit itself. For a woman, it's her womb. And it's like I have all these affirmations that I say every morning. So what I do every morning in the bathtub, I do a chakra clearing. And for every chakra, the 7 major chakras, I have affirmations for each chakra. And a lot of times they're affirming things that I want, that I don't really have yet, but I'm so-called faking it till I make it. So things that I want. And sometimes I'll go over and over like, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, or I am money, I am money, I am money, or money flows to me easily and effortlessly, money flows to me easily and effortlessly, money flows to me easily and effortlessly. But today, yesterday, and the day before, since I started getting back to my womb, I tried to say those things, or I wanted to say those things. I opened my mouth to say those things, but Spirit said, that's not what's important. That's just a Band-Aid on a wound. And rather than just putting a Band-Aid on a wound, why don't you heal the wound? Heal the wounds of your womb. Because when you heal the wounds, you know how sometimes you put a Band-Aid on a wound, but after a while you got to take the Band-Aid off so that the wound could actually be exposed to the air so that it could actually heal better? That sometimes the Band-Aid could actually impede the healing of the wound. And I know you all know what I mean. Well, if we are working on money, or cleaning house, or even eating raw foods, which is gateways to the womb. Oh, yes, it is. But we're still, in a sense, we're putting a Band-Aid, maybe an organic Band-Aid, but we're still putting a Band-Aid on what's really festering. We're trying to cover up the pus. We're trying to cover up the toxins that's being released. But sometimes we have to take off the Band-Aid and allow the pus to come forth, and allow the blood to come forth, and allow the skin to peel, so that we could truly heal without scarring. Because other than that, we're just taking our money series and we're putting it on top of don't love myself, haven't released all those people that I allowed to enter into my womb, haven't released all the negative emotions that attach to all the negative people that I allowed to enter into my room. Not really dealing with the vagina that's itching. Not really dealing with the vaginal odor. Not really dealing with the fact that I don't get wet or lubricated anymore. Not really dealing with the fact that I have sex with my husband, spouse, boyfriend, but don't really want to. Not really dealing with the fact that I got fibroid tumor, cervical cancer, cysts, not really dealing with it. Instead, just moving through the series and feeling like I accomplished something, or moving through the series and feel like you're not accomplishing anything at all. Because something has to be done. And what has to be done is we have to go back to the womb. We have to go back to the womb. Now, I can't remember if the next gateway is the next series is relationships, but if it is, we are going to talk about the relationship that we are having with our womb. Because if I set my womb right, if I acknowledge that my womb is sacred, if I do the work, the cleansing, the cleaning, the hurting, the pain, the hollering, the screaming to allow my womb to be cleansed, I will have all the money and abundance and beautiful places to live and divine mates that my world could hold. In the money series, I discovered the power of the womb and the yoni. We keep ignoring our yoni. If our yoni is clean and clear, if our yoni smells good, if our yoni have no disease, and I'm including periods that last more than 3 days, that last more than 5 days, that last more than 7 days, that continue to linger. If my yoni is clear of any of those things, then my money will flow in, pressed down, and running over. But if my womb is not right, sometimes I'll get some money here, sometimes I won't. Or even, let's say that you could have a jacked up womb and still be prosperous, and still have an abundance of money and property and assets, and be miserable because you're hurting, because you have not let go, because you are still holding on to the weight, or holding on to the husband, or holding on to the house, or holding on to the possessions, but really you're dying inside. And you can't figure out how to really be happy. Because in the end, the possessions won't do it. But if your womb is cleansed and clean, and if you are really happy from the inner self, your inner spirit, your higher self, when that money comes in, you'll know what to do with it. You'll know how to use it to make yourself happy and others. You know how to use it to further illuminate your womb. See, y'all, it's all about the womb. And if we don't go back to it, we're doomed to repeat it. Now, let's talk about money, though, because it's still important, and this is the money series. Now, what I've been doing lately is I'm always thinking about my money in positive ways. Let me say it again. I am always thinking about my money in positive ways. Always. So either I'm thinking about how I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to withdraw some money that was directly deposited, but I'm still going to take it out because I want to see the cash. And I'm going to go to my jars and I'm going to split the jars up and I'm going to put my money away. And then I sit down and I think about, well, if I took out $200 a week or $300 a week or even $400 a week, I know this sounds like a lot of money, but think about it, because with money, you have to allow yourself to be ahead of the money. You have to think as if you're spending more, even if you're spending it only on paper or you're circulating it only on paper. So there's a certain amount of money I get taken out of my funds every week that goes directly into my savings account. I doubled it recently. Now I want to, I don't want to say triple it, I want to add another $100 a week. Now, I'm not sure if I can do that at this point, but on paper, I can do whatever I want. And I started adding, if I took out $300 a week times 4 weeks, that's $1,200 a week. If I times $1,200 by 12 months, and I started coming up with these enormous amount of money that I would have at the end of the year. Then I times that amount of money by 5 years. 5 years goes so fast. And at some point, I think I had almost $76,000 on paper if I was to take out $300 a week for 5 years. We're not including the compounded interest. We're not including if I put it in a CD or a money market. We're just putting it in a regular savings account, and we know that I'm going to have over $75,000 in 5 years if I took out this amount. So if you're not projecting with your money, if you're not playing with your money, because see, when you clean your womb and you cleanse your womb and you pay attention to her and you talk to her, she tells you what to do in every aspect of your life. That's why every aspect of your life becomes illuminated. You start thinking. And once you start thinking of how much money you would like to have come out your check so that it can go into your savings account, once you think it, the mind doesn't know that you're thinking it about some future time. The mind doesn't know that you got your pad and pen out. You're working the numbers like you got it. The universe is going to make sure you get it. They're going to say $300 a week. Okay, $1,200 a month. Let's do it. And somehow the money's going to come and come and come until you can't. Well, no, it just keep coming because it's infinite and abundant. Do you get how this money thing works? But do you see the attachment it has to the womb? Let me tell y'all what sparked this. Because I'm about to do the Fasting 101, which starts August 1st. It's Fasting 101, but it's dealing with the yoni. Because I'm starting that, first of all, I've already started fasting. I don't take any meals. I take a liquid a day, maybe some water during the day, and I don't eat until 12 noon. I eat that one meal, and then I eat watermelon or fruit, or just drink water or smoothies for the rest of the day until the nighttime. My body is preparing for the fast. What sparked me even fasting was I started to notice some, I'm going to call it upsets in my yoni. I started to notice that my period was lasting longer, that I was spotting more when it should have been ending already. I noticed that there was a discharge that was coming out that to me seemed like it was filled with clots or toxins or even, I don't even know, cells, I want to say. I started noticing some vaginal itching, which comes from, a lot of times, I remember years ago I was so-called diagnosed with candida. And that same candida-like feeling is coming up or has been coming up for me lately. I started to get really serious about, well, if I want money, right, and an abundance, and I have to, and Nubia said, which is me, that you got to make room for your money or abundance. I started, because of my yoni afflictions, I said, well, who in my life or what in my life is taking up space so where I cannot ask for and then bring in more money and abundance in my life? My yoni doesn't lie, and neither does yours. If you are in something that you're not supposed to be in, whether it's a relationship with negative food, negative people, negative thoughts, or negative ideas, and you do not remove those things, you will have womb afflictions, and it will pass through your yoni. Your yoni will be your main indicator that something is out of order. If your yoni is out of order, your womb is out of order. If your womb is out of order, you cannot manifest or womanifest a thing. Small, little things, possibly. Big, major things, no. Big things come from big breakthroughs. And so I'm encouraging you all to join the 101 Intensive. If you are in Women Who Run with the Womb, you get $10 off. It's only $87 just for this intensive. It's not for all the other ones unless I announce it. As you all know, I am closing. When I mean closing, I am not accepting any new members to Women Who Run with the Womb after July 31st. As of August 1st, who's ever in is in, whoever leaves will leave. But we're getting this group tight, and we're going back to the basics, and the relationship series is going to get us back to ourselves. All of your abundance lies in your womb as a woman. She tells you which way to go, how to invest your money, how to get more of it, where more is waiting for you. Even that video, I forgot who sent the video around yesterday. It was a great video. It was a man, he was in Canada talking to another Canadian. I think he was American, but the guy that was interviewing him was Canadian. And they were really talking about the idea of money and that the old way of saving and budgeting doesn't work. And there's a new way to create money. And he gave so many wonderful tips, and I really want everybody, if they did not see it, to see it. Somebody uploaded it yesterday. If you know who you are, upload it again, tag the video, do something. But what I heard from that was we don't have to do things the way that they used to be done. That it's not about how much money we make. It's how much money we keep. And he talked about, what was it, the McIntyres, or I forgot their names. It probably was nothing like that. But anyway, that really only made $50,000 a year, but managed to pay off 2 homes, to pay off a boat that they own, and was still investing in more property. Because they knew what to do with the money that they had. So if you sit here, and because your mind is so powerful, and you manifest lots of money, if you are not clear, if you don't have a clear understanding of what you want to do with the money first, and also you're not coming from a real place, if you're coming from a place of deprivation where you feel deprived and so you want money so you can buy more things, but realizing that when you feel deprived, it has nothing to do with the lack of things. It has nothing to do with the lack of things. It has something to do with the lack of abundance, the lack of love, the lack of care that you're giving to your womb as a woman. And if you heal your womb, now they may be, like I said, rich women with jacked up wombs, but I doubt very much if there's a woman with a healthy, healed womb who is not abundant in every aspect of her life. We have to look at the relationships that we bring into our lives, and we have to let them go, whether they're our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our best friends, our co-workers, our employers, or our husbands, our lovers. Your womb needs you. Your womb is crying out. She got information for you about your money, your romance, your living situation, your work situation, your divine purpose. Sister India, I know you get on the group and you're so frustrated because your children are in a daycare that you don't like, and your money is funny and you don't know what to do, and you think your only option is to quit the job. But I'm telling you, your option is to go to your womb and release all the things that impede your growth and impede you from getting what you want. There's a blockage. So the affirmations on it again is the Band-Aid. The visualizations on it again is the Band-Aid. There's a blockage. There's a blockage, and the blockage is in your womb. It's in your womb. I hope I got this video camera on. I just thought about it. I hope it's on, but I know it is. It's in your womb. So this week, I want you to continue to do your jars. Your money, folk money management jar system. This week, I want you to continue to spend money on paper, to start thinking about how much you want for the future. Start thinking about 5 to 10 years down the road. This week, most importantly, I want you to get close to your womb. Sit down with her and ask her what she needs. Mine needs a break. Mine needs celibacy. Mine needs to pull in for at least 21 days of getting up every day at 4 a.m. and calling on Cosmic Mother Newt to help me heal my womb. Yesterday, I went with my fun money. I took the money from the fund. You know what, y'all, let me see if this video's on. I'm a little worried. Thank you. See, we sisters, so I get to do that with y'all. It's on. I took my money from the fund, and guess what? I went and took the money, and I bought, I had just enough money for everything I needed. The first thing I did was I made a list of all the things I needed to create a sacred womb altar. I got my white cloth. I went to the fabric store. I bought my white candles. I bought my moonstone. I bought my frankincense essential oil. I already have my white lilies. I also bought 2 books by Doreen Virtue, The Angel Woman. It's called Healing with the Fairies. Actually, 1 book called Healing with the Fairies. And also another oracle cards by her, also Healing with the Fairies. And I'm happy as can be. I let my man know that I needed 21 days to myself so that I can be celibate and so that I can go deep within. Because I know that the amount of money that I want to manifest and the amount of abundance and the speaking engagements and the traveling and to spreading this message throughout the world to women, I know that it's going to take more than just affirmations and visualizations. How could I ask for something when I'm not even paying attention? How come I'm not asking my womb why she itches, why she bleeds long, why she doesn't feel good? How can I keep ignoring that and then just say, well, I know how to manifest money. I know how to. It's not about the knowing, it's about the doing. And the doing of the womb, the creating with the womb. The womb helps you create your money, your relationships, everything. We're going to, if relationships is the next series, we're going to go into it deeply. I'm going to teach you more about crystals. I'm going to teach you more about chakras. But if you join the Fasting 101, let me read the pledge to you in the Fasting 101. Hold on, sisters. I know I'm getting up a lot, but this is for the group, and I want to make sure we get everything. And so I want to read the pledge to you, and I'm hoping that the pledge will encourage you to, you know what? This is not the one. So you know what? I don't know where one is. Obviously, it's not meant to be at this time to read that pledge to you. But I just want to share with you that if you want the money, you got to take care of the honey. And the honey lies in your womb and your yoni. If you want to know more, if you want to get deep into it, if you want to manifest everything you ever wanted, take the Fasting 101 that starts on August 1st. But right now, because you are in Women Who Run with the Womb, we are going to focus on using our money and spending it. I use spending at this time for a reason, on paper. Start calculating how much you would need in 5 years, or you would want in 5 years, and what you have to do today to make that happen. And start mentally circulating and spending your money. You can do this. This is easy, easy, easy. And if you go to the womb and if you talk to her, she'll tell you exactly how to do it, which way to go. If you just cleanse her, she will give you more than money. She will give you more than all the riches in the world. Because like attracts like. She is the money, the abundance, and the riches. She is your treasure. And if you honor the womb and honor the yoni, you will have all the things that you say that you want. Anyway, shorter video. Definitely the talk fast is affecting me. I'm going to make a video for my YouTube channel. I would love all of you to watch that one as well. I'm going to go a little deep into the womb. Not as because I couldn't go as deep in this video because we are still in the money series, and I want to honor that. But I love you all so very much. I'm closing the group to new members because I know we got something powerful to do, and I know that we can do it. This is Nubia, I, the Raw Food Goddess, the Womb Priestess, and the Holistic Practitioner, and I'm sending you an abundance of womb health. Peace and blessings.